Jamarr Devil, Chapter 4 is now in production. But first, I will be working on Chapter 1, Chapter 2, and the Chapter 3 remastered versions. But however, there is one thing that is not going to be happening for a while. Making new programs and apps and games. Now the one reason because of that is because every time I try to go to the new section, then it just backs out my pocket code up. And I mean the entire app. So I won't be working on a few games for a bit, but I will still be making Jamarr Devil. Also, don't get upset if I made every jump scare and every design so horrible. I was just a beginner on making games, and that was Five Nights at Chickadee's, a fan-made game, which I had cancelled. Originally, it was supposed to be an actual game, but it was now a fan game. So what I did was I delayed the whole entire fan game and then just moved on to my next work, which was this. It was November, and I was just thinking, since there was a new show coming out called Unikitty, then I just had this idea in my head, and I made a video of Jamarr Devil being in production. And then what happened was that it was just a whole mixture. Like, it was a mixture of Unikitty, Slenderman, and Bendy and Ink Machine, and the main character that I have created in 2017 or 2016, which was Jamarr Cat. It wasn't so much of a success, Jamarr Cat or Jamarr Devil, but still, I just need to explain this because of reasons. Jamarr! Bendy, what do you want? Why are you explaining this to the people? Well, it's just something that I'm just explaining for the beginning of the video. Now go. But anyways, guys, enough with all that. I just need to explain all of these facts about Jamarr Devil, Chapter 3. So, let's get started. Jamarr Devil, Chapter 3 was much more different than Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. For example, this, because since Chapter 3 what was originally supposed to be just drawn, just all by itself, instead of that, I decided to make actual 3D pictures, like 3D places and areas and scenes, and I photoshopped them. And while doing that, I also added the character we all know and love, not Jamarr Cat, not Stephanie, but Jamarr Dog. As you can see, Jamarr Dog is in the scene right now, and I've done this for almost everything. the ones that I couldn't be able to Photoshop, I just drew them myself for obvious reasons, and I thought that was a good idea to do. And now we're moving on to number 2. Did you know that in this scene at the ventilation system, Jamarr Devil was actually supposed to appear here, and you wouldn't be able to reach Jamarr Devil because it took so long. But from now on, when I am going to work on the new updates for Chapter 3, I will fix all audios and also times when characters appear because they take too long. So that is basically what I'm going to do. I'm going to play the scene out for you, but if you want to find out for yourself, download Jamarr Devil on Pocket Code. Not that hard. So yes, you saw that pretty clearly. Now moving on to number 3. This thing is actually called a suicider. And the music is mixed up because it played the wrong way. But you can see the suicider clearly. And you can kill it with this. And I'm going to go in here right now. And now you saw that pretty clearly. There was a suicider at that area, and what happened was that we killed it. If it explodes, it kills the player as well. And you know what they say, if I'm going down, you're going down with me. And you know what I mean by that. And I'm not going to play the rest of this scene because I want you to play it for yourself. And now moving on to number 4. Looks like it's really dark in this cave. Let me find some light. Oh, never mind. Okay, so that was the issue. And that scene played out terribly because I didn't actually play it from the beginning of chapter 3, and it's going to be a bit glitchy. So, this is what I'm talking about. The jump scares. I approve them, but bugs decide to ruin it. And I was so upset at myself because I worked hard on the jump scares, trying to make them scarier, and this happened. I don't know what to do. I just need to fix a lot of bugs. And also, if you experience that bug, if you're watching this video, if you experience that bug, then please don't hate on me. Because it's just a bug. It's normal. It's what every game developer has to suffer through. Anyways, now it's time to move on to number 6. Stop L. Stop L, stop L, stop L. Did you know that each and one of these stops had a certain type of name? I'm going to confirm them in another video on this channel. Anyways, guys, now on to the real part of this stop L place. So, inside the maze, you're wondering, what? The first thing you see is this. I'm not going to play the full thing though. So, give me a second. This is saying find his real name, and you're wondering, wait, who is he? Who's the he that who we're talking about? Well, I'm telling you that, well, I can't tell you, well, you're just gonna have to find out when you play the actual game. But, however, it hides a secret name, so you can find out Jeffrey's real name. Jeffrey, no last name given, just question marks. And now, moving on to number 10, and also the final fact of Jamarr Devil Chapter 3. This is the final fact about Jamarr Devil Chapter 3. And that is trouble with the release date. Yes, I did have trouble with the release date of Chapter 3. And the reason because of that was voice actors. Because one voice actor, my mother by the way, just didn't feel like doing the rest of these scripts and voice stuff. And because of that, I couldn't release my third chapter of Jamarr Devil on time. Remember, originally Jamarr Devil was supposed to be released, well, Chapter 3, not the entire game. Jamarr Devil Chapter 3 was originally supposed to be released on July 21st, and then the release date changed into August 10th. And also, one thing, remember that the Chapter 2 of Jamarr Devil was originally supposed to be released in January, from February to March. Now that you know everything, like every single fact about Jamarr Devil, I would just like to say that concludes everything you need to know about Jamarr Devil Chapter 3. The facts of it, of course. And remember, I'm going to be working on the remastered versions of Jamarr Devil Chapter 1, 2, and 3. And after all of that, I'll be working on Chapter 4. And just remember, # here comes Jamarr.